Hello, VOD watchers. I guess real quick, I uploaded new escape room video that was horror themed today. People keep asking for stuff on my POV. My POV exists, but for reasons I guess you'll see later, it didn't really work for something in the video. Plus, in the video, I was concerned that if we started including my POV, it might become less clear who's run through the level we're currently watching. Because like if you swap from, you know, Small Ant's POV to my POV, and then, you know, to somebody else's POV, it just could get confusing. Because like my POV wouldn't have had a webcam, and it wouldn't have necessarily been obvious like, oh, this is my POV during Small Ant's playthrough or during Pooh's playthrough and that sort of stuff. So that's like half the reason I was originally against using my POV. If I could have gone back and changed it, I probably would have. But okay, so the funny part about this level, the first like 10, 15 minutes of every playthrough is just me standing behind a tree in the horror part of the level. So this is just Small Ant. 6:30 a.m. This is just Small Ant right now. Oh my god. You gotta stay on the platform. We're also gonna have to start your timer. That's just Small Ant, like, in the actual beginning level. And, like, this is my POV right now. I have Small Ant's game up in a Discord call so I can see what he's doing. I have my game up right here. This is my POV in the horror mode level. And then, on top of that, I also have a GUI up. And that GUI, once people are in the horror mode section, lets me do a few things, like mess with their flashlight. And, it lets me mess with their flashlight. And it also let me play sounds. The sounds broke for Small Ant's playthrough. They worked for CJ's playthrough. And for Pooh's playthrough, he didn't notice. He, like, didn't notice, kinda. Like, he didn't really process it. So it's the sort of thing where you don't really see that at all during the video. There's one point in the video where you hear a wolf howl. The editor didn't add that in. It's in CJ's POV. It was me pressing a button on my soundboard, but that was the only part it came up in the video because it just broke for Small Ant and it wasn't obvious enough when it was for Pooh. But yeah, so like the first like part of this video is just, you can see the time even going up in the corner. It's just me standing around near the spawn of the level. And has Small Ant, where is Small Ant right now?
The Odyssey, dude. Oh
yeah,
gosh.
so
It seems like a new path though.
he's somewhere over there. I think maybe we can see him spawn in.
Wait, did I just walk backwards?
No, he's still lost.
Bill. Back.
But yeah, in the beginning of these playthroughs, I was pretty intent on like not showing up to the
I
player
don't know which path I'm on right
because
now. Pipe, so I must hit that one.
I don't know. It felt like the level should ramp up as it goes. I don't know. You'll have to go find out. So that's sort of why I was just like still standing around. And Small Ant was also the first person I played through the level with.
Yeah.
So I was a bit more
Let's see, where are we
unsure of how to handle everything, but I did know I didn't want to show up until later for people.
I think.
When do I start trailing Small Ant? Let's find that part. This is just still, oh, there it is. So this is him at the beginning of the level. All those pipes over there don't show up to Small Ant. They're dev pipes. They let me access parts of the level pretty quickly.
New path. This is it.
But yeah, so you just have the online multiplayer bubble above his name, and I'm sort of just stalking around him.
If you're bushes wrestling, they go.
Yeah. Oh, and something I should mention. So the bushes rustling, there are invisible, that isn't me moving that Small Ant's hearing, I'm pretty sure. It is invisible bushes that the map maker put on the map that when you walk through them play a sound. So that wasn't like the soundboard thing I had, and it wasn't me moving around. It was just Small Ant walking through invisible bushes that were put there to mess with the player, and I'm really glad the map maker did that. And check out, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it.
Behind me though.
We're doing another custom moon video soon. But yeah, I actually don't know if at this point I've shown up to Small Ant yet. I think I've just been following him in case he turns around.
We are walking.
And there was a point I think I realized where that wasn't really working. Because he just was not turning around. Oh, yeah, and then I see he's about to get the ladder, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to hide around the corner.
Wait, what happened to the ladder?
You picked it up. Was this streamed? No, this is a video that came out today, and people keep asking for stuff on my POV, so I want to share more. I wanted to share a little bit about it before we do hide and seek today. Yeah, their small ant just picked up the ladder. That's where the Geiga Bowser, like, thing happens. Oh, yeah, small ant kept doing this thing where he kept going into the woods.
I have incredible spatial awareness.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back to the path.
I'm going to turn this up a bit.
Why is the color changing?
I think you're making stuff up.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. See?
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything when he said that. The color was not changing. I don't know what he's talking about. All right. Where do I start actually? Oh, is this where he... No. Because I'm trailing small ant for so much in this video, and he, like, never turns around.
Okay.
And I'm being careful to, like, try and just stay out of his range so that he doesn't get the static pop up. Because it's a pretty simple thing where there's like, oh, if I am within 2,000 units of small ant, the static pop-ups. And I could change that number. I didn't really do that much, though, but it was something I could change on the fly if I needed to. I'm just going to scroll through a bit more.
This is fine.
I mean, maybe you can make it.
If I stand next to this tree, it'll knock itself out.
Okay, so that's just the part where Smant attracted the dinosaur. Has he still not seen me at this point?
Could have dropped on me, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I forgot how much I just walked behind small ant, and he just didn't know. Was that?
He's kind of following.
Oh, now there we go.
I don't. Okay, I've been the ladder. Apparently, there's like a tunnel, so I've done that way. I've done that way. So I guess I'll just. What the heck? What the? I gotta go. I gotta go. Why is my screen doing that?
I think that's the first time small ant saw me. 23 minutes into the level, I was just following him quietly for so long. He might have gotten static before that, though, if I'm remembering from the edit. But yeah, so a lot of the time I was just stalking the player. And if they turned around, they'd see me. But if they didn't, they didn't.
Clearly a way to go. Something is sparkling in the distance.
Oh, yeah. This is that point where small ant just gets lost in the woods.
Why is it doing that?
You must be close. The way you stood menacingly and walked slow was very effective. It was just what I had to do.
Oh, wait. I see some glowing. This is clearly a way to go. Something is sparkling in the distance.
It would have definitely been funny to have some of this POV, but the way I track the player in future runs makes it impossible, and you guys will, I'll get to show that in a sec.
Back on the path. Back on the path.
All right, where does Smant go into, like, another section? Where is the, like, cave? Okay, this is just me waiting at a pipe until Small Ant gets to the right spot.
Right turn, and there's a right turn. It's the second right turn. Oh. Any second now.
Did I go in the wrong pipe? Oh, no, this is just when he's in this area. So he goes in it earlier than, like, poo. So yeah, Small Ant's walking to the, I think, well right now. So I'm like, oh, I gotta run in and stage myself. So when Small Ant comes in, I'm ready. So I'm just here waiting until he gets there.
Going to this cave, where I assume it's a cave of some kind. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, what's it look like on the map?
It looks like a mine. I guess we'll find out.
Is this where... is he trying to... I think this might have been he was trying to go to the cave area on the map, accidentally went to the well, or I'm just stupid and waiting at the wrong spot for some reason. Oh no, he was just going the wrong way. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, my ladder.
There you go.
Aha. It's a well.
Yeah.
Well, well, well. Why do they not have eyes?
I'm just in the laying animation right now. I need to have a bit more urgency.
Hello. A moon. There's burbos. I gotta watch out. No. Why is it doing that? Oh my god, what is that?
It was so hard to like in moments like these where like I'm nearby and need a chase.
Go away.
To like do it well and make sure the player actually sees me and it isn't just getting random static. Yeah, I was watching Pooh as well. I was watching everyone's POV while doing this.
Sorry. Green man, Mr. Green.
Yeah. So most people, when they went through this room, that is just how they did it. They went to the right way immediately and got everything. Pooh, that did not happen for Pooh. This was not streamed. This was done offline. I like doing the escape room vids. They're just hard. Like this video, I think is really cool conceptually, but I feel like it struggles to go from being like just a tech demo to like an actual cool, super awesome level. Like a lot of the foundation is built. It just really struggles. And I'm probably just being too harsh on it, right? I just think it really struggles to go from being like, oh, this is just really a really cool gimmick to this is a really cool level. Like I think everyone who worked on it did really well, and I did like getting to combine like some of the campy elements of the level with everything. But yeah. So it was one of those things where like this took way too much work and time and is way over budget. It's going to lose a ton of money, but it's cool that it exists.
You're not real today. Bye.
I'm going to skip ahead to
Look, I found a rock.
Small Ant in like
Did
the
you
maze.
That rock?
No, but I remember seeing these coins. I want to tell what it was. Is this a dead end? No way.
Oh yeah, so I go in the pipe preemptively. Oh no, Small Ant actually beats me to the maze, which is something that doesn't happen for, I think, most players. I think on like the second and third playthroughs, I get better at actually just getting there before people
Flashlight.
and being aware. But yeah. Now that you've wandered into an entirely different genre design, do you think you'd be interested in exploring other modding genres into Odyssey? I think it would be cool, but it's way too much work. It's way too much work. Like, again, going back to the whole thing, like, to get to this video to the state it was way, way, way too much work. And it's still so improvable. Like, this maze section in the video can be funny, but from like a gameplay perspective, it could have been so much better. And the same thing can be said for the well. Like originally that wasn't supposed to just be another maze when like it was in the idea stage, but that's just sort of how it turned out. Cause like this level barely like even got finished. Because it was even to get it like this, it was a ton of work, and the map maker was just not super available. So it's the sort of thing where it's like it could have been cool to like iterate and make the level better and make it lean more into the online multiplayer stuff, because the online multiplayer stuff got added like late. And it was probably one of the easiest things to add because it already existed. But yeah, trying to put something else into Odyssey is like really cool, but I feel like it's really hard to make it work well, which is again why I think I'm so harsh on this video, because my brain just thinks back at it and it's just like, oh, there's so many ways this could have been better. Like, it's cool, but it could be better. But yeah, there was no time or budget for that.
Okay. Just gonna go past here now. Nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm. Smollett's going back towards the beginning right now.
He's running the maze. I can't see anything. No!
So I just killed Smollett and I realized, okay, he's back at the beginning now, so I need to go somewhere else in the level
you don't have to go back and get the key.
where I am not blocking him from reaching the end. So right now I just walked in the wrong direction at that like intersection. So I'm just sort of hiding back there. So Smollett goes the wrong way, he'll find me, but if he goes the right way, he'll be fine, pretty much.
Wait, is this the entrance again?
And in general, that's what I was trying to do in the maze. Oh yeah. I haven't I haven't gotten to talk about these. Here, let me go back like 10 seconds. Pause it at a better spot.
Wait, is this the entrance?
Right here. So the map maker, and these were added before the online multiplayer part was added. So the map maker put a ton of these like little Luigi models. I don't know where the model's from. They just put them in there that disappear when you get close to them. So, it was just a funny little thing there that some of the people noticed more than others. And it worked well, because I think there was a point where CJ said he thought I was like teleporting around because he saw one, but then I was like behind him instead. And I didn't have the capability to like go invisible to the player or something like that. Like that would have been really cool, like a nice feature to add. Like, oh, if I press down on the D-pad, maybe I go invisible and the other person in online multiplayer can't see me anymore. But that's just not how it ended up.
What is this?
It's just no time, no budget for it. But
yeah, because I died.
yeah.
Just don't take the pipe.
Yeah, don't take the pipe.
Also, I should note, like the flashlight part I have, the player can't see that. Like that's entirely client side. That's just how it works.
I just made a wrong turn. All right, jump scare me. I dare you.
So
Wait, it didn't do it this time.
this is why I changed how I started tracking the player in future playthroughs. Again, you'll see it a bit later. But
Oh my
if
God,
Smollett's too far away, I don't see the name tag thing anymore.
This seems promising.
So, like, I just don't even know if I have a good idea where Smollett is right now. Oh, well, now I do, because he just went to the L is real sign. And so whenever that happened in the video, I pressed a button that was in my GUI where the flashlight would flicker and then it would only use red light. So the flashlight system was actually really cool. The way Sune made it, it was entirely adjustable to do things like change like how big the cone is, how far it goes, the color it is, and like how bright it is. So I got to mess with that a lot until we just sort of settled on like the final brightness and stuff for it. But yeah, it was a really cool thing where it's just like, oh, this works really well. So that was neat. Oh my God,
it's his hat.
I forget if I chased Smollett at all at this part.
I can't tell where I'm going. This is the way to go.
Does he see me here? Sorry, I skipped ahead too fast.
I just saw him in the no. Okay, I gotta go. It's this way. It's the way to go. It's the way to go.
So that is not the way to go. Smollett just went the wrong way.
No.
Wait, yes it is. Yes it is. Smollett has not gotten the moon yet. So that is the right way to go. So I mentioned this to somebody in a comment. I was not trying to camp people in the maze. I was trying to push them in the right direction. And for some people, it worked, which I think is why Small Ant finished the maze so much faster than everyone else, is because I think it worked for Small Ant, but I don't think it worked as well for Pooh and CJ. Pooh didn't even know I was in the online multiplayer with him, so that was fun. How can you move around so normal? I'm basically using a version of the thing where
Can't see anything. I see the glove of moon.
It's a version with out any of the flashlight stuff. So there's an area in this custom level that's called a spooky area or something like that that can be added to the level. And when the player's in the spooky area, it turns on the first person flashlight thing. I also had a manual toggle for it, so I could turn up, like if I wanted to, I could just go down into deep woods and turn on like the first person flashlight.
Oh my god.
Did one of the maw rays get you?
So yeah, the rest of Small Ant's playthrough wasn't really that crazy. Like I'm just standing in this spot because like up and to the left is the right way out, and if the player goes down this way, they just go to more dead ends. So I'm just trying to like urge people and assist them through the level.
Every time you die, Cappy. Yeah. And
So yeah. Oh yeah. So Small Ant kept cheating. Whenever you die, there was a bug that re-enabled Cappy. You're not supposed to have Cappy during this. Let me see if I can find where Small Ant does that exactly, because we were just talking about it.
Off the path at all. I see something glowing.
I would have to ask Sine how custom the flashlight is.
I see bones.
So I'm just lurking around the graves. And Small Ant only needs one more moon. I'm trying to be more aggressive. And I gotta say, I should have made a dev version of this level, or had the map maker do a dev version of this level without the without the dry bones, because this was obnoxious in every single playthrough where I tried to avoid the dry bones and chase the player, and I'm just like, okay, I can't walk that way because I'm just gonna get hit by a dry bones. See, this is he's cheating.
I am a dry bone.
I
don't know if this is allowed.
It is.
I have to tell Small Ant to stop and be like, hey, I need to turn off. I need to fix it. Because I tried to tell him, like, hey, don't use Cappy when it breaks. But you know how he is. And it's funny in retrospect. I didn't actually mind. But I did have to be like, hey, you gotta stop. Thank you for the 500 bits, Elkhorn. Just appreciating the work you put, solid content that you put out. Thank you. All right, here, I'm gonna move on to CJ's POV. So CJ, because everything broke on CJ's playthrough, CJ was entirely aware of all the online multiplayer stuff, because the online multiplayer server was broken. Smant was pretty aware too, because I'm pretty sure Smant also had to manually put in the server IP. But CJ was like super aware, because that is the part that was broken when CJ was trying to play the level. So I had to, so this is like 3 hours after we first tried to record or something like that. We fixed the online multiplayer server, and I have CJ back in the level, and I had to test to make sure we're both in the level. So CJ, fully aware in his playthrough that there was an online multiplayer element, which is part of the reason why he immediately was just like, fur, you know, when I started chasing him. And Pooh was the opposite. Pooh got into the mod, and because the last thing he did was online multiplayer, and we were using the same server, he didn't even have to put it in. So Pooh, I got the cleanest reaction to the entire level, because he had no way of knowing about the online multiplayer. Besides, I think in the menu, the online multiplayer logo is still there. But again, that could have I don't know if I said anything, but it could very easily been like put off as like, oh, you just had that mod in last, but it'll be fine. When did Smant know then? I don't know the exact moment Smant knew it was online multiplayer. I think he like kind of knew like basically immediately, because again, I think he had to put in the server. And like I tried to like go around it being like, oh, it uses a server for some cool stuff, which is true. I can control their flashlight and press buttons and things. But yeah, let me skip ahead to where CJ's in the actual level, and I have to show you guys why my POV is not in the video. So, I've been playing basically the entire time in CJ and Pooh's POVs with the debug menu up, because the debug menu shows you exactly where the player is at all times. So no matter how far away CJ is, I will always see that purple dot for his player location. So it made it a lot easier to track the player.
I already know.
You already know.
Cut this out of the video, but the other day when we started hiding.
Oh, I can't talk about that. Cut this out of the video. All right, we pause. It's probably, I don't even think it's him saying something I'm not supposed to put on stream. I'm pretty sure it is him saying like, I saw you messing in the online multiplayer server with Crafty. Because CJ put a comment in the online multiplayer server saying what's going on in like the VC or something when Crafty was testing the level with me. So yeah. Yeah. It's Mario, like.
So it was saying that any lost and found items would be on the path.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't have to look off.
Here, I'm gonna just skip ahead to where I start showing up to CJ. So I'm just like sort of lurking around at this point. Still, I think this is the first time I show up to CJ, maybe.
Why is someone screaming?
So this didn't make it into the video, but again, I mentioned I had sound effect buttons, and they basically only worked for CJ, which is why you don't really see them in the end video. But I just played a scream sound effect for CJ, so that's why he like mentions that.
You will be paying my hospital bills.
Yeah.
Why is someone screaming?
Oh wait, you kind of heard it. I don't know if that's because that part of the mod still worked on my version, or if it was just. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I could see their perspective. But yeah, CJ's just right over there. I'm like, okay, I want to show up to CJ soon, if I haven't already, because I might have.
I can't ground pound though.
Yeah, you gotta find something.
Fur, what?
This
Where did this come from?
The Slenderman effect was a.
No!
Careful.
Ow!
So I have to quickly roll away because that's where CJ's gonna spawn. But the Slenderman effect was a. What's it called?
Checkpoint?
There are checkpoints.
So do I have the key?
No, you don't have the key. What was the what was it called? What kind of system we used? It was like not like a render, like not a filter. They're the things where it's like, man, what is it? It uses Odyssey's something system. I don't know what it's called. Not filter, not render. I can't think of the word. I cannot think of the word. Shader, yeah, it uses Odyssey shader system, and then it's just a very basic, very, very, very basic like static effect that is overlaid on the screen using the game shader system.
Oh,
but I'll help you out here. There is something in the graveyard to dig up that spot.
Oh, I thought maybe it was I had.
Farah, thank you for the 17 months. Appreciate it.
He would become the dead King Koopa.
Okay.
This is dangerous. Like, get the hell out of here! Ah! Ah! Stop! Stop! Not the torture, man.
I think that might have been the first time. I'm sorry. It's so funny seeing it from my POV again. It's so funny because it's the most uneventful thing ever on my POV, where I'm just standing there as Mario and you see like the other guy walking forward slowly. How'd you appear eyeless for them? That's something Crafty did. I think he just removed a part of Mario's model. Like, because Crafty was the person who tested the level for me. So Crafty helped the level get from like, okay, this is cool, but how do we make it actually, how do you actually sell the whole level? Because the first time Crafty played the level, there was no online multiplayer. And he did that playthrough, and I was like, okay, the first person flashlight is cool, but the level is empty without it, without something more. Which is where I was like, okay, I can't make this video, I can't finish this video without doing the Slenderman idea that was originally like something I wrote down with like the initial concept. I always just figured it'd be too hard, but it got to this point and I was just like, okay, we can't make this without that.
You're gone. I'm so lost, man. I can't
To do it because for some reason there was just so much of the recording where it's just like us walking around and me. Wait, what did CJ say?
If there's a Luigi, God, I hope you can't kill me. Oh, wait, am I in like hider mode right now?
See, CJ is so aware that like it's based on online, custom online multiplayer build. I don't think any of those things made it into the video, but it's just so funny hearing CJ being like, oh, am I in hider mode right now? I don't want to die. Kind of wish you could teleport away when they saw you instead of walking away. Yeah, it would have been cool if I had a button where I could make my thing invisible. I'm sure it would have been doable, but I've mentioned it a few times already. This video is way over budget. It's way over budget. There is like a 0% chance it makes money, and that's fine. It's cool conceptually, but it's the sort of thing where there was not enough time and I could not justify the spending to keep reaching out to modders to add like extra features and extra level changes and stuff like that. So yeah. Well, the video will make money. It's just, it will not make more than the video cost. It's the way to put it.
Horrendous. Bert, what is this?
It's a cave. Okay, so CJ just got to the cave.
Why did something just rumble? I'm in an infinite loop.
So CJ at the very beginning of the cave got really stuck, and that's definitely like the flashlight part of the mod was really imperfect because it faces the player direction, not the camera direction. And we tried to get it to face the camera direction, but it was hard. And the person working on the flashlight mod was not able to do it. I'm sure it would be possible, but it's the sort of thing where it's like, okay, do I want to bring another person on to like help with that code? Or do I want to like have them keep throwing time at it and keep burning money for like a small quality of life improvement? So it was tough. Yeah. Still a fun watch. Yeah, it's a cool video. But yeah, it'll always be one where I'm just like, okay, we could have always done so much more. So I ran away here because I didn't want to push CJ from going to the wrong direction. And I think does he go the wrong direction anyways? Is he going back towards the beginning?
Ow! I think I
Careful. Yeah, he is.
Get the... Well, I have to test it. No, wait. Oh, yeah. God damn it, Fur.
So yeah, most of the time I killed players in the maze. It was just, again, they were just going the wrong way. That is just how I tried to handle this part. Because the maze was way too hard. And we should have changed the Mare eels to be... So in my original notes, I was looking at this like yesterday. I mentioned like Mare eels down wrong paths. And I think we should have stuck to that idea. Where if like only when you go to a dead end does the enemy pop out. I think that's what we should have done. But I had just completely forgotten about that. Because like the original idea for this level was like late 23. Or something like that. And like the first version of the flashlight was like early 24, I think. Let me see if I can actually find when I got sent the first build of the flashlight. I'm curious now. But it was a long time ago. This was not originally a Halloween video. So I originally reached out about the flashlight of December in 2023. It looks like. And I got the first build basically at the end of the year. Here, let me even download this video and just pull it up for a sec. We're what? How far into this one? 30 minutes in? So this is a video from right around Christmas of last year. So this is like when the flashlight like pretty much originally came out. First person isn't implemented yet, but yeah, that's like the original effect, and this is just an original Deep Woods. But yeah, so basically the original build of the flashlight was done like almost a year ago. But actually getting that to being a full-blown level was hard. But yeah. Oh, and if anyone's curious, the filter, because like all of these have had a filter on them. It is quite literally just one of the default Mario Odyssey filters. It is just Deep Woods lighting with one of the default Mario Odyssey filters, with the flashlight added in, and it just worked perfectly. Because originally when I got the first build of the flashlight, I was like, all right, the original lighting I wanted to use this for doesn't look as cool as I thought it was, because I was using the Moonrock sub area in Metro Kingdom. But then I tried it in Deep Woods and messed around with the filters, and it was like, oh, this is perfect. So, it eventually worked out, but yeah, it kind of by luck worked out as well as it did.
It
worked. Wait, what is this about? Are you trying to clip? Wait, is it working?
Oh, damn it.
It worked. Oh, there's a point in the video where, so these thin walls here, apparently you can just walk into them from the side and sort of clip out of bounds. It's not helpful, because eventually you'll just hit the flat wall, I think, and you can't go any further. But CJ was trying to do that, and that's what I'm talking about there. But yeah, that didn't make it into the video. All right, I want to find a specific part. I think it's right here. L needs to... I think if L... Here, give me a sec.
Back.
There's a moon in there.
Where did this just take me?
Outside. Oh. I forgot this happened. CJ went through the pipe, So the way the level works is there's a key somewhere on the level. Once you go to that key, the game basically sets a flag in the level itself, where when you go to the other area, which is the start of this cave, it'll open the door. And because if you die in the cave, you get sent back to the beginning. That means because of how Odyssey levels work, the key will no longer have opened the door, so you need a way out, and that's what the pipe is for. CJ went through that pipe, so I'm pretty sure I had to come back out and kill him.
Oh, shit. Can you put me back?
Here, give me a second, I think if L kills you, you'll go back in. Yeah. Just L needs to get out of the maze first.
Wait, why was that pipe there?
It's so funny. And because I did that, now I have to roll all the way back to spawn to get back into the maze.
Yes.
All right. I'll be your guide for the start. Oh yeah, and at that point I'm just trying to help CJ through a little bit. But there's one other funny thing that happens in the maze in CJ's playthrough that doesn't make it into the final cut, because he was here for so long. It might have been earlier. I think it's almost here.
Spawn in.
Yeah. It's spooky scary.
No. Oh. Did you just die?
No. Did you?
No. Somehow no.
All right, when does it happen? It's somewhere soon. There's a really funny interaction that didn't make it into the video because I take damage.
Surely this is it. Yeah, this has got to be it.
Because he can...
You hear the one health noise.
I'm just trying to change where I'm spawning. Because I think there's one more, but there was that one where CJ just hears me dying, and I think there's one more where I end up dying. It might have been before that, though. CJ definitely had a lot of like weird moments in his playthrough. Yeah, I can't find it. Because that's where I kill myself. Is it right here?
Where are you? Whenever I think I'm past them, it turns out I'm just not.
Just Bag, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it.
Glad to know I'm not the only one struggling with these eels. Me and L.
No. Whoa!
It's moving so
Here, wait.
And
Hey, don't laugh. Don't laugh. It came at me through a wall. Or sorry, it came at Luigi through a wall.
I move so slow that whenever I think I'm past them, it turns out I'm just not. Glad to know I'm not the only one struggling with these eels. Me and L.
No. L's great.
I'm sure. Where are you? The wall?
Does he mention it here? That I'm like dying? I feel like he did it again.
Right. This is where I just was. Oh, I'm hearing the one health beeping now.
Yeah. There were some fun moments during CJ's run. Definitely harder stuff to put into the video and make it make sense without my POV. But yeah, again, we can't really use my POV when I had this up the whole time to just look at the player. Is there anything else that was fun about CJ's run? It's almost time where like I have to be ready for hide and seek. So we can probably just look at poos a little bit. But yeah, people are just curious about my POV, and this is the easiest way for me to show it. Just a little quick VOD, a little quick stream intro like this. All right, so let's move ahead to when Pooh's in the level. So Pooh was the third and final playthrough of the level I did. Originally, I was gonna have Morph. I asked Morph to do the level, but Morph uses like Odyssey downgrade, and because of that, it was crashing for some reason, and we don't know why. All right.
I feel like I'm going the right way. Oh.
But yeah, so Pooh again had no idea about any of the online multiplayer, because when Pooh installed everything, I was able to hide it the best.
Something's glowing. It's getting bigger. Here lies King Koopa, fought for the freedom of the Mushroom Kingdom.
It's awesome, isn't it?
I mean, I can't argue that.
What is my level not scary?
I can't argue that logic.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like history, you know, might hold him that way for some people. All right, now how?
That was one of my favorite interactions in the video. That one makes it in the video. How it affects like the slender effect on their POV trigger. It was just a distance calculation. And then it used a shader Crafty made. Because Crafty was a bit familiar with Odyssey's shader system, so he was able to like implement it pretty easily. But yeah, it was basically just as long as I'm within 2,000 units of them, the static appeared on screen. Because that was actually something happening in game. The sound effect for the static was something my editor did, and it makes it feel so much better.
do I? Oh, hey, there's a fence.
All right.
Shovel! Okay, so I'm top middle is what I think I'm at.
Okay.
Top middle.
I think I show up to Pooh and run away in a sec.
So I'm gonna follow this path out and then take my first right wherever I find this path. We're gonna try and go in that little cave right there. Oh my god, what is this? What is that creepy? Why is Luigi being so weird?
You managed to keep things cool with Pooh. There were so many times during Pooh's playthrough where I thought that things that he knew is the best way to put it. I thought he knew so many times, but he never did. And then at the end, like when he does that reveal, it's a reveal for me too. I thought he knew at some point in the level, but he didn't. And when I realized he didn't, something started to make a lot more sense. Like, because it's like, yeah, he did just think it was bad AI, which is why he just tried to juke it every time I tried to stop him from going a direction. We should have woken up earlier to watch this. People kept asking in the comments, like, I want Fur's POV Crafty. So I was like, all right, I'll do a quick VOD, upload it on the VOD channel, and just share some of it. I'm not going to upload all the full, like, recordings, because, like, I use the dev menu to see where the player is, which is part of the reason the POV isn't in the video.
Hey, brother! Oh my gosh, what are we doing here in this adventure? Why my cap no work? It was.
What was that? Oh, and you had the key.
Oh.
All right, let me. Where are some of the fun Pooh moments that I liked? Pooh had a rough time in the cave, and I tried to help him so much. There are so many times where I'm just like standing in the way to try and make sure he does not go the wrong way, and it almost never works. Well, at least you know where you died.
Do I
Well, that's what the coins were. The not seeing my POV keeps the mystery, but seeing my POV adds in like a cool, how do I put it? It makes the video more campy, if that makes sense. It makes it less scary and more funny, which I think is good in some regards. So Pooh needs to go left, and he just died, but that wasn't even Luigi that time. Or actually, no. If he's gotten the moon, he needs to go left, but if he hasn't gotten the moon, he needs to go further back to where the L sign is, and then like there's a turn right by the L sign that leads towards the moon. Yeah, I mean, if we told the perspective, like my perspective more too, it could have still fit with the vibe, if that makes sense. Like, my perspective as is, like, get rid of this and just add it into the video. The implementation is funny, but if you add a similar effect to my POV, that makes it feel more like a monster. Like, I don't know, put it in first person and do some visual effects with it. It could be cool, but yeah. When was this recorded? This month. Ray's Freezer, thank you for the 10 gifted. I appreciate it. You do.
Yeah.
See,
I guess that's fair.
Pooh saying stuff like this. Pooh saying stuff like you just said. I'll let it play. Is part of what made me think like, oh, he has to know. He wants Luigi to get eaten, so he knows I'm a player. But no.
I want to make Luigi get eaten by one of these things.
You do.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Is that not a logical thing to do? Seems like a genius move to me.
I guess it could, but your goal here isn't to kill Luigi. It's to get a moon.
But maybe killing Luigi gives a moon. Listen, I'm just saying. I saw a dead Bowser, gave me a moon.
That is true.
Okay, you see my logic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he might know it's a player, but yeah, he does think it's an AI. But it was still funny. Like, I thought for sure he knew. CJ knew it immediately for reasons on the back end you guys don't see in the video. I talked about this a bit earlier, but CJ had the most bugs when starting the mod. The online server was broken, so the troubleshooting we had to do was with the online multiplayer server and not any other part of the just project. So it's like, okay, it is very 100% obvious to him that it's an online multiplayer, on top of the fact that he saw me with testing with Crafty in the online multiplayer Discord server. It's fine. I think it's funny because it adds a bit of distinction between the POVs, but yeah. See, Pooh just like...
What is going on? Oh my god.
I'm trying so hard, I think, to get him to go the right way, which is over there. I'm trying to be so nice. But there's just a point where I'm like, I can't just leave him.
You're really just tempting fate.
I have to, like, to some degree, be a threat. But yeah, that's, yeah, it was very silly. Pooh, I really enjoyed Pooh's playthrough. I just keep trying to basically guide him through the maze. And I mean, this kind of led into the, I'll just let it keep playing. This kind of led into the whole AI thing. I always stood in the same spot every time after Pooh looked at the hat. So there was a point where eventually he just thought like, okay, once the hat happens, Luigi is programmed to spawn there. And
okay,
it makes sense because I was always down this hallway. Well, you heard the moon, right? Because this is the way, I think, towards the entrance, and then down there is the way towards the moon. So there's a point where I was trying to make sure Pooh goes towards the moon, which I think is what he's doing now. I don't think he's gotten it yet. And then there was a point later where I'm trying to make sure he goes towards the exit. Hey, there you go. Yeah, he just got the moon, and then right here's the exit. So,
Okay.
why am I leaving?
Get me out of here.
Why did I make this decision?
Attack me.
Oh, I think I just thought Pooh knew where he was going, and then it takes him like a little bit to get out. Yeah, because he's just still in there. Maybe? I think it was also Pooh took the longest on this section of anyone. So I was trying to be, I think, nicer with it. But yeah. All right, I would. Oh yeah, he's still in there. All right, so I want to go towards the ending with Pooh because the ending was funny.
Do you lower down a bucket? Yeah.
Let's just skip ahead to it.
That wasn't exactly a rope ladder. You know, it was a ladder to get in and not necessarily, you know, a ladder to get down. I thought the ladder. Why are you playing guard, Luigi?
See, he says stuff like that. Why are you playing guard Luigi? And with my experience from CJ's playthrough, I'm like, he just has to know, right? But he doesn't yet. Like, from my perspective, it makes so much sense that, he would know. But he didn't. All right, so Pooh keeps going down there and going in a circle. So I'm doing a thing where I'm trying to, like, make I think Pooh wander a little bit through this area. But it reaches a point where Pooh just keeps walking in the same circle where he goes through the entrance and then there's a door over here and he keeps walking around and it's just a circle over and over and over again. So I decide, okay, I need to stand over here so Pooh stops going into this area. So I think he dies here in a second. Where even are you? Did you turn off your, like, light? Oh, yeah, that definitely made it a bit harder. Everyone, I think, had a different moon order slightly. See, there it is again. He thinks, oh, I'm gonna juke the killer. And he just runs into Luigi and dies. So I think for the rest of this section, I'm basically just standing in this area.
Well, he was just standing there. I needed him to move, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm just like, all right, Pooh, I need you to not go this way.
I thought maybe he'd move for me.
But no, then he goes through the beginning again. So I'm like, all right, what do I do? You thought he'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, actually, I think this is Pooh's first time through the area. So he hasn't really started doing a circle yet. This is like his second time in this room.
Nice and get away from me, Luigi. Don't you dare.
Yeah, so now he's back in the beginning. He went around in a circle. That's crazy. See, that's the right door. That's the door he needs to go into. But I'm pretty sure he just goes through the main entrance again.
Bro. It's his, like, lack of emotion.
Yeah. It's the eyeless eyes that do it.
Yeah. There's no urgency in him.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He's just coming and that's all.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to be nice right now and like not actively be super aggressive towards him. But then it's just like, okay, he went down a dead end and got stuck and it's just like, okay, whatever. If it makes you feel any better, this maze is not as hard as the first one.
Luigi. Can I go in here?
No. And then he goes through the entrance again, I think. Or over here. And it's just like, no, don't go this way. I'm standing here for a reason. He just walked towards him into a dead end and died.
I thought maybe he was, I don't know. Is he trying to tell me something here at this point?
He walks over here again.
Following me?
That's what he does. All right, maybe he is trying to tell you something.
Is he not? I feel like
yeah, maybe.
I feel like he's. Oh my God! Are you joking me right now?
maybe he's really upset. You keep going the wrong way. Over and over and over again.
Going the wrong way.
And he's over there again. I
keep passing it?
No, you keep walking in the same circle.
Yeah, oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe circle?
Maybe Luigi wants you to know that there's another door that you missed outside of the circle.
There's no door.
But Luigi would know.
If Luigi would know, he would be in a different door.
And then he finally gets it. Yeah. But yeah, like I thought Pooh had to know, and I think this is when Pooh is realizing, like, oh, I get it now. But
oh my God.
It was funny.
Oh my gosh. All right. Why did he go in the pipe first?
I tried to go fast enough so he wouldn't see me go into the pipe, and he didn't. Yeah, it's kind of like a reaction. People keep asking in the video if like I could show my POV, so I was like, all right, I'll just record a quick VOD and just talking a bit about it and stuff like that. So yeah. So my idea at this point is I want Pooh to run off into the woods, because that's basically what every other player has done at the end of the level. I've gotten in their way, and they've had to just run into the forest to get back. Yeah. So I'm trying to do it at like a fair spot. But Pooh just tries to juke me.
I'm just going to assume right now I win. I'm winning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're winning.
Listen, I know CJ's not good at any sort of map discerning situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what are you doing, Luigi?
See, like he does it once, because I'm like, okay, I just want him to go over somewhere, but he just jukes me, so I'm like, okay, I can't let him do that again. He's got to run in, but he tries again.
Discerning situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what are you doing, Luigi? Get your life together.
It wasn't supposed to put you back in there.
Are you kidding me?
Here. Did you go the wrong way again? Wait, no, let me see. Well, now Luigi feels bad for killing you.
He should feel bad. That was wrong of him.
Luigi thought you would respawn somewhere else.
Why Luigi felt bad about that?
Here.
I just realized you're Luigi this whole time.
No. I'm not.
Have you been Luigi this whole time?
Here. Look, pretend for a moment. Luigi's right in front of you. And I pretend I'm Luigi, and Luigi just wants to say he's sorry for killing you and respawning and respawning you back in the well.
I was spawning in the same spot every time. I was so I thought it was AI. I was like over here like
I mean, Luigi can't believe he got away with it for so long.
Well, you would be in like the same area, but that's probably because I was walking back to the same area.
Well,
walking right to
I'm just trying to play my part. That's all. Like,
I'm forgetting if we do what I think we do at this part.
In the script, I gotta be chasing you as you run to the Odyssey. So
yeah, I do.
I know you.
Luigi! No, don't chase me!
Oh, you quick, you gotta make it. You did it! Time. I love how Pooh's in so much. It's so funny. I've watched the whole video, but I forget how much of all that you see in the actual video. But I still think Pooh's ending is so funny. I forget if the editor shows the in the script bit though. It was funny because there's so many, like, this video I feel like is simultaneously too long but also doesn't show enough, because there's so many funny moments that are skipped on. But there's also still the part of me that's like, okay, I should have found a way to make the video shorter. But that's more on the level design than anything else. Because the edit itself is fine. What's it called? You haven't seen it? It's just I made Odyssey into a horror game, I think is what I called it. But yeah, that's some stuff from my POV. Really cool video to make. It's definitely still the sort of thing though where it's like, I wish I could have done more with the level. But yeah, there was, in spite of the first version of the flashlight mod coming out literally like last year, like into 2023, there were just so many problems with getting everything to work properly and so many delays. But that's just how it goes sometimes. When you try and make weird thing. Yeah, the filter is naturally an SMO filter. I can just show you that real quick before I end the thing. But like, I can't put on the mod because the mod uses the server, and the server that the mod uses is being used for something else. Well, actually, it uses two servers, and the important one's being used for something else. But I can just show you the filter that we used. Just really quickly, because there were two that were good. But yeah, just give me 1 sec, and then it'll be online multiplayer time. I haven't felt needed. Oh yeah, I forgot I had quick mood on. I haven't felt like I needed to use to join the call for hide and seek yet, because nobody has posted a build yet. So I don't mind delaying a bit more. Oh, did I get a crash? Give me one more shot at loading this. I don't know why it would have crashed. If not, that'll just be it. But it's just like the SNES filter or something like that. That's literally all it was. Free Shooter, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate it. The Slenderman part with the static used a special thing Crafty made. But the weird filter over the game was just one of the default filters in Odyssey that just happened to already work really well. It was quite literally yeah, this filter. And if we go into deep woods here, I think because I can just warp myself directly there because I'm on Quick Moon. So yeah, it is deep woods with a flashlight added in front of Mario with this, not that filter, this filter. So you can already tell just by looking at like this, that like, oh, this is basically what I saw in the video. And it's like, yeah, it is what you saw in the video, but oh, we had this cool flashlight thing made that adds extra lighting and makes it perfect. And there was a point where this, not this one probably could have worked though, but it was, I think cartoon as well worked pretty good, but I liked the like retro, I liked the like indie game look more because it's like, oh, it looks like every indie game now just by adding in the SNES filter. But yeah, that's all I really have to share. So yeah, this is for the people that were like, hey, I want to see some of the fur POV stuff. There it is. This is me talking about the video for an hour and 15 minutes. Yippee! Bye, VOD watchers.